Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, so we have two cards here. We have travel, distance, boundaries, far apart, get away. Okay, then we have soulmate, twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, past lives. Okay. That's interesting. Definitely could be inquiring about someone that there could be some sort of physical distance between you and this individual, or there's some sort of boundaries that, you have put up with this person here. But we have the soulmate card. So, despite that, I do feel like there's a very intense connection, or you're still feeling very, connected to this person. Like there's something here where it's like, I feel connected to this person, but I need some space, or I can't be around them, at least not in the current moment. The soulmate card also speaks about, past lives, soul contracts. So there could be something here where there's some sort of a pattern that is being illuminated to you about this connection, or there's something that you're learning even about yourself when it comes to connecting with this person. I do feel like this could be an intense connection, or you feel like, like something feels very familiar about this person. And so that could be the reason why it's like it feels intense, but there may be certain things that you disagree with, which is why we do have some sort of distance between the both of you with the first card. Okay, let's see. So we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Strength card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Seems to me that someone is like fighting off some sort of an urge that they feel when it comes to either communicating with you or opening up. And with the Seven of Wands, this could be a bit of a defensive energy, or someone like standing their ground, where it's like they're, fighting the urge to either reach out or speak to you. But there is something here where they're like, okay, but I'm going to, I'm not going to go back on my word or what I've already said or communicated to Capricorn. There could be a little bit of like a push and pull kind of energy, or like a power battle almost. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. The Sun card. This person's viewing you as in a way where it's like you've gained some sort of clarity. Something finally makes sense to you now, or the answers that you have been seeking, they're coming to light for you. They're viewing you as someone who has received the clarity, or there's something in particular that has come to light for you. Someone could feel very exposed this week, Capricorn, almost like they did not expect you to figure something out, or because something is becoming very clear to you about them, they could feel very exposed or like naked in a way, right? Three of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Swords in the challenge position. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, there's definitely like a discussion that this person wants to have, or just a conversation in hopes that you guys could come to a mutual agreement. But with the Four of Swords, there may have been silence between the both of you for quite some time, where they're having a hard time figuring out how they would approach the situation, or how they would approach you. With the Four of Swords, I also feel someone who feels very isolated. They could be viewing you as, detaching from the situation here. But it's like wanting to communicate with you, wanting to come to a mutual agreement, but not really knowing how to get a conversation started. It's almost like when there's been silence for so long, you're like, how do I break the silence? How do I break the ice, right? That's definitely something that's crossing their mind, especially with those two cards coming out in the challenge position. This could be someone that you work with, or you did work with them in the past. How are you viewing them? The Six of Wands. There could be something here that this person is doing to kind of like grab your attention. Some of you, you're dealing with an individual who's in the public eye, right? Someone who has a lot of eyes on them, or they receive a lot of attention. There could be something that this person is celebrating this month that is visible to you or that you're aware of. Now, Capricorn, I'm also strongly getting that you're viewing this person as maybe having some sort of an image to maintain. And this is going to resonate with those of you that, again, are dealing with an individual who's in the public eye. You may feel like you know a side to this person or of this person that no one else does, or you have access to a side of this person that no one else does. Whether it's they feel comfortable opening up to you and confiding in you about certain things that they don't tell others, or you kind of feeling like maybe even this person lives some sort of a double life. Okay, so we have the Emperor in your feelings, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles. This person could feel like you're a bit hard to read this week, like they can't really put their finger on how you're feeling. But the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles is an energy of doing what you feel like is right, regaining or reclaiming, your power, taking control in a situation. You could be getting, you could become, how do I word this? It's like you could look at the situation and there could be something that's causing you to feel very impatient, where it's like, if I want to see a change, I'm going to take the initiative and do something to create that change, right? The Emperor is a very, go-getter, doer kind of energy. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm strongly getting that either things feel very stagnant between you and this person, or they have for a very long time. And it's a question of, do I want to continue, giving my time and energy to this situation, or do I need to create some sort of change and move forward here? The Emperor, yes, it could be reclaiming your power, but it could also just be, taking your power back from a situation and investing in yourself, pouring into yourself. Whether it's when, if you were when you were involved with this person, you felt like you were putting your own needs and, desires on the back burner. And now it's like, okay, I no longer want to do that. I want to take care of myself, or I want to put my needs first. But it's getting things in order, doing the things that you know is right, even if it doesn't feel good in the moment. High Priestess in your feelings, and the Empress. Some of you could be dealing with the Libra or a Taurus. So the Emperor and the Empress in your feelings. There's something that is very intense about this connection. Not only do you feel very deeply towards this person, you feel like you met them for a reason. There could even be something about this connection that feels very like destined to be. And it's interesting because we have the Emperor and the Empress in your feelings, but we also have the High Priestess. So it's like feeling these intense emotions, knowing that this connection is something that you can't deny, maybe even feeling this person tugging on your energy. But High Priestess is symbolic for silence or suppressing some of these emotions. Could be an energy of suppressing these emotions, especially if you feel like something is not progressing the way that you want it to. Even if, emotionally you feel this connection, when it comes to the reality of the situation, something is not moving, or it feels very stagnant. And with the High Priestess, like, yes, that could be symbolic for silence or some sort of blocks in communication. You could also be receiving signs about this person, or you're kind of like using your intuition to maneuver through the situation. Right? Especially if you're not communicating with this person, it's like maybe that you feel like that's the only way you can try to figure out what's going on or figure out how this person feels. And what's interesting is I see that you're acknowledging your emotions or how much this connection means to you. But there's something in you that is, or something within you is telling you to remain held back, or just, allow the silence to just be there and not really do anything to initiate a conversation here. I also feel like a part of you do have high hopes for this connection, or you still see some sort of potential here with the Empress upright. Okay, so we have the King of Wands clarifying the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords clarifying the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, Two of Swords. Okay, so that would be Six of Swords. There's something here this person is trying to let go of mentally, whether it's anger, frustration, some sort of sorrow. They're trying to move away from something mentally. And the Two of Swords is like a lack of clarity, right? King of Wands is a heavy fixation on you, but with the Two of Swords, it's like, I don't know where this is headed, or this is someone who's having a hard time seeing the bigger picture. There could be an energy of this person being very fixated on you and wanting to have a conversation or wanting to work something out. But with the Two of Swords, they're having a hard time seeing how things could be or would be different this time around. So something could have always progressed in a similar manner between the both of you, or there was like a pattern in this connection. So it's like, I want to reconnect, or I want to work something out, but things have always, occurred this way between us both. How are we going to change that? How are things going to be different this time around? This person's very determined with the King of Wands to reach out or converse with you and work something out, but there is a little bit of a doubtful energy behind that. The way that they're approaching you, or the way that they're coming in, what they're not showing you is the confusion that they feel, or something that is causing them to feel insecure. Okay, so in their feelings, we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. I'm strongly getting someone who's like masking their pain, or they feel a lot more torn about a situation than they're letting on or showing you. Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, yeah, feeling torn, broken, and Three of Wands is an energy of, what's going to happen moving forward. There could even be some sort of a plan that they're trying to create for the future, but it's like they're trying to create something from a place of hurt. So it's not really making sense to them. I'm strongly getting someone trying to make sense of what has happened and trying to make a plan for how things are going to progress moving forward, but I see them struggling with that. It's like trying to make sense of something, but becoming more confused at the end of it and not really feeling like you're gaining some sort of clarity. So we also have the Ten of Wands in their feelings and the Ace of Pentacles. They want things to feel more stable between the both of you with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands is letting a cycle close out, A, but B, it could also touch on wanting this new beginning, wanting things to feel more stable, but knowing that they're going to have to put forth a lot of effort and energy. Ten of Wands could be looking at a task or looking at what you have to do and feeling like it's going to be a very difficult task, feeling like there's a lot of work to do, right? Where it's like, okay, I do want a new beginning, or I do want things to feel more stable between Capricorn and I, but I also know that it's not going to be a walk in the park. And there's something here that this person feels like the both of you are going to continue holding on to. It doesn't mean that they're right, but that's what's going on in their feelings. Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands can be a very burdensome energy because you're holding on to some sort of hurt, and it's not necessarily holding on to it in like a petty way or because you're, wanting revenge, but it's holding on to it because it seems like it's quite literally something that is difficult to forgive. So this person could be wanting to reconnect with you, but they feel like something in the past is going to continuously be in the way, or it's going to continuously be brought up. There may be something that occurred between the both of you where it's very hard to heal from that or forgive that, is pretty much what I'm picking up on. And that's something that this person is acknowledging. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups in the potential outcome and the King of Swords, wanting to get to the bottom of some sort of confusion or clear up some sort of confusion here. Seven of Cups and the King of Swords could also be someone who possibly was keeping their options open in the past, but they're making a clear decision. What's a Seven of Cups? Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. The choice may be yours, Capricorn, because we have Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So like this could be someone who caused a level of confusion, right? And they're making a clear decision. But Two of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles is, this is your energy of, do I want to continue investing in this? Is this someone that I trust? Yes, I feel like this is an intense connection, but is it worth my investment, or was it something that I needed to learn a lesson from and derive that lesson and move forward? Knight of Swords. You're definitely receiving communication from this person. Could be very unexpected. And this person is, there's an energy of them, yes, being very determined, but also proving a point, right? Or wanting to get something off their chest. So the way that they approach you could, yes, it could be unexpected, but it could also be a bit like, it could be a bit jittery, or there's something in their delivery that is making you question their intentions. I can see how that could play out. But with the Two of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, I think ultimately it will be your decision in terms of, do I want to invest or do I not? Some of you, you're going to receive communication from this person, but you're going to go back and forth in your mind before responding. So it's not like you're going to respond right away. Okay, so let's see. What do they want to communicate to Capricorn? I won't let you down. So this is someone who wants you to trust them, or there's an energy of them wanting to regain your trust. You didn't see my tears. And I did mention, guys, like, I feel like this is someone who really masks their hurt, the hurt that they feel, or the pain that they feel. They're not really open about it. So this could be someone who quite literally feels uncomfortable with, like, showing you their raw emotions, or it's someone who feels like they did hurt, or they did feel, some sort of hurt when it comes to this connection, or they did feel torn, but they did not, or they were not open about that to you. It was more like dealing with that in silence. I feel so drawn to you. And I did mention that this is a very, intense connection. This is someone who has deep emotions for you. Okay, anything else? Despite the distance, I think this is someone who feels very drawn to you. The timing just wasn't right for us. So there, again, it could have been something to do with timing, maybe connecting with you, but feeling like they had something going on where they weren't able to, fully invest in you. But I do see an energy of them coming back around, but ultimately I feel like the ball is in your court, or it could even be a case of, like, tables have turned. Maybe in the past, the choice was this person's, and now this time around, the choice is yours. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.